Okay, Twitch is working.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Toga Motorsport. We are here for the World Tour Season 6. I'm going to hope that all my audio is working okay. I think it is. Let me know if it's not. Yeah, so we're here for the round 2 of the World Tour Season 6. Zeta is with me in the comments box tonight. Say hello.
Evening.
I think it's working. Just everyone let me know if the sound's okay. Because I had problems last week, so just need to be certain it's okay. Yeah, we're here at the Nurburgring GP for round 2 of 3 of the World Tour. Hoping for a slightly better week than last week. If you know, you know. It was pretty interesting to say the least. What's your take on the Nurburgring?
Great fun track. Really, really good. Really enjoyable, kind of older style, rougher, slightly narrower circuit. Somewhat less margin for error in places.
Yeah, 100%. I do love the GP loop. It's a lot of people really. It's kind of like a Marmite track. There are people like. There's not really a lot of people who just sort of it's okay, and either it's really good or really bad. I personally really like it. It is quite a fun one. Kind of wish I was racing it, but you know, is what it is. I have Watkins Glen tomorrow to keep me occupied.
Ooh, what are you doing at Watkins?
3 hours of Watkins in the Aston Martin.
Ooh, nice.
Me and Mr. Crayon Eater Reese are doing it.
Ah, fellow crayon eaters.
Yes, there's some Crayon Eaters in the cheers box tonight, holding their breath, hoping for a bit of a cleaner race tonight. All the drivers were in a driver's briefing just before quali, so they were warned to drive better than last week because it was pretty poor. We had 2 red flags, which is a first for us. I don't think we've ever thrown double red flag. We normally never do, but the incident was that bad I had to be called, so is what it is. Just hoping for a better race this weekend. Or weekend? Tonight. I keep thinking like it's a full race weekend or something. But yeah, we're in quali. We're just waiting for the first laps to come through. There is the first one.
That is a very respectable time. 1:54.530 from Callum Jones. Goes purple across the board with that lap.
Yep. Lovely Toga
With
Esports livery.
Mustang.
Yep. Lovely Toga Esports livery on the Mustang that he's driving. Goes to show showing the skill that the Toga Esports team do have.
Sector 1 has just fallen to Graham in the 46 BMW. That car proving to be very hooked up through the twisty bits.
Yeah, he
was for the race.
He was super fast at Imola. He got missiled by a Bentley. The same Bentley that's currently in this lobby. Mr. Finley, looking at you. And he still got on the podium.
Nice.
So he is a rapid driver. He is one to look out for. Good few different manufacturers all sort of setting good lap times. Obviously Callum in P1.
5 manufacturers for the top 5. 4
Yep.
from Lambo, from Porsche, from BM, from Ferrari.
Yeah, Michael Smith, not the darts player, did a 55-0. I made that joke last week. I need to not recycle that joke. That was it was a bad joke to begin with. In the Lambo in P2, and then Papavensis in the Porsche, lovely car. And then Graham in the BM. Then Paolo in the Ferrari, and then Mitchell in the Toga Academy car in P6 in the Nissan. Which is a rare thing to see, but we love that.
I was going to say, I was looking at that one at the end of the practice session before we went live, and that car could be an interesting one to watch this week. It was doing very Japanese things and going sideways.
Yeah, I think he's really ragging that car.
Yeah.
And then we also have Finley in the top 10 in the Bentley, the solo Bentley on the grid. So, be interesting to see what he could do. I think he did pretty well at Imola. He got top 10, I think, even after missiling a BM. Oh, and the top spot has been taken. Rory Graham has put just shy of 2/10 on Callum. 54.357 is the new time to beat. Yeah, he is rapid, so expecting to see a good fight between him and Callum for this one.
Good work. Just skimming down through the timing sheets. I did have one, but they have RTG. Mitch Sterenberg in the 450 Nissan. He's currently 8/10 up, hovering around the 7 8/10 up on their previous lap as they personal best as they come up through the backstretch. I will put my teeth back in and try that sentence again at some point.
That is good enough for top 5 if he can hold it.
Indeed, 8/10 up as he goes through the chicane up into the hairpin towards the end of the lap.
The Nissan does sound good. It's going to be
on the exit. Luke drop doesn't quite get on the power early enough. Puts it into 5th. 54.982.
He could have been 3rd there. He lost 2.5 tenths.
Yeah.
He has the time in him. That Nissan really working for him. And it does sound great as well.
Way too deep into the first corner and has bailed on that lap.
Yeah.
Who else out there on the lap? Jordan McGonigal in the 619 Ford Mustang, just coming onto the pit straight, is 8/10 up and looks like it's going to be legal and holds.
Oh, P6, lovely lap. Lovely lap. Paulson in the 95 Porsche is 9/10 up on his lap currently. That's going to put him in the solidly in the top 10, assuming he can hold it.
With just under 7 minutes to go, we still have Krieger in the pits, having not set a lap yet. They're going to need to start considering getting out and getting a lap turn.
Ooh, Paulson's going to be 1.1 up. Hang on.
Ooh,
that's P10.
10. Good work.
5 thousandths off 9th. That's a brilliant lap time. Yeah, Krieger is still not left the pit lane yet. George Stevens setting a lap time there in the Mercedes. That's a nice livery actually. I do like that colour scheme. This is spicy. As Callum's come out of the pits again, he's probably fueled up for the rest of quali to try and catch that BM. as the
Yeah,
BMs went
Graham
even
is
faster.
out there and is still about 2/10 up.
He's almost 4 tenths up. He's set an even faster time at 54.1.
Yes. But he's about a tenth or so up on that lap time as well. We could see there's potential for this to go 53 if he can hang on to it to the end of the lap.
If that goes 53, that would be pretty insane.
That's
Who else?
alien setting pace there.
Yeah,
Anybody else on that one?
most people went to the pits to go and come back out again for another go. One person who's up is Finley. He's nearly half a second up. Coming up to the back. Do you really call it a straight? The straight with the little kink in it? This will be enough to give him a 54, a time in the 54s if he can hold it. Get that big lump of a Bentley.
And that is... Sorry, that was Graham just going 53.927 is now the benchmark pole position, and they have parked it and bailed for the pits immediately.
Finley's lost two. He's lost 3 tenths in the final corner, and that's P8 for Finley. There's time there.
Galmini is a couple of tenths. Was a couple of tenths up. Is now fairly even. Smith is not on a legal one.
Yeah, Peak is not an illegal one, an illegal lap either.
Papavensis isn't, but is up.
Krieger's still
on a legal lap. Oh, has just started a new one.
Yeah, Krieger's still in the pits. I don't think is he doing a last to first?
Don't know, but Graham has just gone back out on track.
He wants to beat his lap time. Yeah, there's not many on a valid lap currently. We have about 4 minutes to go. A lot of these cars have bailed for the pits and are now on out laps, preparing for the last couple of runs. To try and do...
in 5th is on a legal one and is about 2 tenths up. So that could crack them into the top 4. Up into the top 4, possibly the top 3 if they can hang on to it.
He is bleeding time up the straight though.
Yeah, that front hasn't had a good exit out of that last stretch onto the long back.
He needs
long back stretch into the chicanes.
He needs
Makes some of it back on the way in, but he's too hot and can't carry the speed on the exit.
Yeah, he's just gonna go again by the looks of it.
Yep, Smith is consistently 2 tenths up. Is this going to be another, as they go down to the hairpin at the bottom, through the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit? Is this going to be cursed to the commentator or not?
Jenna Carey P16 he's actually lost all his time now in the final chicane. No, he's actually gained. Oh, he's gained nearly 4 tenths on that chicane alone. Another DMF Ferrari, but he's gonna gain about 3 tenths. It's not gonna be enough for a position change, but it is gonna be an improvement. He just needs to find a 10th now to gain position. Smith, he's nearly 4 tenths up. This will put him in P2.
Yeah, we're just tracking that one. We also, Papavensis was up by quite a bit, but has bled a large chunk of time off, but seems to be largely holding it. Gets a good exit, goes 4 tenths up.
Yeah, that's
This is going to crack a lot. This is going to crack second. There we go.
Brilliant lap time.
Number 42, Smith into second, 54.345.
That's a brilliant lap time. Need to see what Callum can do now. He needs something special on that Mustang. He's about to start his last flying lap. Well, maybe a second last flying lap. Actually, he will not have time to start another one. Let's see who else is out and about on their laps. Gallimini is about matching his time currently. Lucas James in the Aries Sport Ferrari. Your livery is actually showing this time, thanks to the proper files. Airy is about 4 tenths up. Lost a little bit in that chicane, but going around the final corner now. It's going to be about a 4 tenth improvement. That will be 1 position gained potentially. Yeah, it will be up into P13.
However, Caputo is 1 back from them. Who they've just jumped. Is half a second up on their previous best time.
Yeah,
so that is a couple of places going to be changing around there before this is out with a minute to go on qualifying.
Yeah, that'll be good enough for a to crack the top 10 as it currently stands, just about. Although the P9 and P10 are both up on their laps as well, so it's going to be interesting to see who gets what. As Jordan McGonigal will cross the line before Scuto does, and he's 3/10 up on his lap currently. That's going to be enough for... No, he's actually lost it all out of the final corner, so he's in a one place and he's going to have to start a new lap.
As Sakuto goes into 9th, does jump 55-1 flat.
He jumps Jordan there, just as Jordan lost all his time in the last corner. That was a little bit of commentator's curse there, sorry man. Had to look at you and then that was it. As Callum Jones at the last corner he's 5/10 up. This is close. It's not quite enough, but he will have time to start another lap if he has the fuel. That is P2 for Callum.
Indeed. Sterenberg is in 8th, currently 3/10 up as they go through the bottom of the circuit. As they come down to the bottom of the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit for what is going to be their final time in this qualifying session.
Yep. 100%. As Lucas James is quarter of a second up on their time. Actually lost a ton of it there. That is commentator's curse at its finest. Coming through the last corner, it's going to be about a 10th improvement. This might be enough to crack a position. Not quite 5 thousandths off taking P13 there.
Indeed, just looking at Sterenberg coming towards the end of their lap, they're up onto that long uphill backstretch. Also, Sakuto in that DMF Ferrari is also up by about 3/10 as well on the timing stream. So, providing both these cars go legal, this is going to make a bit of a shuffle to the order.
Mitchell's half a second up now. He had 2 wheels in the air through the chicane there. He's going to lose some time. He's going to bleed a lot of that time, but he's going to go up into the top 5 by the looks of it. P4! That is a fantastic time by Mitchell. Be proud of yourself, man. That is a cracking time.
Indeed. Somebody possibly is a bit quick for the Academy crew.
A little bit. Welcome in, Hunter. Well, Pockets, something nice to listen to. I'm surprised the Irish accent is something people enjoy listening to, because I don't.
Everyone likes the sound of their own voice. I hate mine.
I really despise mine as well.
Curse the commentator, Paulson, was the last one out on a legal lap, and
yep.
I went to see what they were doing, and then binned it. So sorry about that one.
The only person still on track is Jenna Carey, but they're 4/10 down and not even a legal lap, so that is qualifying over. Congratulations to Rory Graham. He actually beat his lap time. He did a 53.8, which is just ridiculous. Closely followed by Callum, just over 2/10 back at a 54.1. And then Michael Smith in the Lambo. Then big shout out to Mitchell for that cracking qualifying lap to get P4. Rio, welcome into TikTok, man. Hope you're having a good one. Hang on, I'm just sending Mitchell a message, just be like, damn, that was impressive.
Barry's not biased in the slightest. To say
as the academy manager, I am not biased at all.
Good, genuinely, really good work there. As we are now lined up on the grid.
We do. Right. Hang on, just fixing my thing. Will we do a little run through of the grid? Do you want to do the names? I'll do the camera.
I can try. Which way are you starting?
Back to front.
Back to front. Marvellous.
I'm ready when you are.
18th, we have... There we go. I've got all the right bits of the cameras and everything now. It is Krieger in the 92 92 Porsche. Then it is Gancari in the 11 Ferrari. Stevens in a 100 Mercedes. Hugo in the 31 BMW. James in the 17 Ferrari. Ethan Paulson in the 95 Porsche. Ben Peake in the 89 Aston Martin. Jordan McGonigal with the 619 Ford Mustang. Sorry, I'm getting all the numbers mixed up tonight. Uh, Andreas Marsens in the 911 Porsche. Galmini in the 777 Ferrari. O'Reilly in the 59 Bentley. Papavensis in the 14 Porsche. Sakuto in the 971 Ferrari. First top in fifth now. Yes, we've got the way up there to the grid. Is the 34 Ferrari of Paolo Siccheri. Sterenberg in the 450 Nissan. Smith in the 42 Lambo. Jones in the 48 Ford. And Graham rounds out the grid in first in the 64 BMW.
Lovely, we got there.
Got there eventually.
Uh,
Apparently, I can't read numbers tonight.
yeah, no, trust me, I know the feeling when you're under pressure like that.
My ability to read is not something I'm ever employed for.
Yeah. No, I'm not biased at all, Mitch, I promise.
Right.
Where did the esports lads qualify? So Callum Jones, he in the 48 Mustang in P2 is part of our esports team. Mitchell Sterenberg, who's part of our esports academy team, P4. And then Jordan McGonigal in the 619 Toga esports car. He's another one of our esports drivers. Jordan is quick though, so I expect him to make positions during the race. Maybe just didn't have the best qualifying. It happens. Happens to all of us.
First sector for this track is not entirely friendly for the Mustang. It has a tendency to get very American muscle car-y and go sideways.
Yeah, the Mercedes Arena is very bad.
Yeah, the rest of the lap, great fun.
Yes.
It's I want to say I feel like it's the bit of the track that lets it down because it's just that flat, twiddly, something of nothing bit of the track, but the rest of it's great fun.
Yeah.
And more than makes up for the way the rest of the track drives.
100%. Don't forget, we now run a driver of the day. So make sure you get your votes in. I think it's YouTube and Twitch only are able to do it. I don't think TikTok
Yeah,
got
YouTube
TikTok.
and Twitch.
So basically, I'll type it in the chat. So you want to do /vote, and then X is the number of the car that you want to put. So if you want to pick, for example, Mitchell Sterenberg, it'll be number 450. Obviously, I'm biased, so that's why I specifically pointed him out. But make sure you get your votes in. We'll have just a little bit of interaction between us and you guys. A little bit of fun.
Remember to put the space after the X. I know the first of the rookie rounds where we started all of this off. That is something you do need to remember. Put a space between vote and your driver number that you want to vote for.
Yep, 100%. So coming up, 75-minute race around the Nurburgring GP loop. Now, let me just confirm everything. I'm going to grab the SimGrid page. I should have done that before I started, but I am not very smart.
I think I've got it.
I have SimGrid up. I just need to find the page.
Mandatory stop, fuel and tyres with no pit windows. There is no designated time within this race to pit.
Yeah.
I would say doing an early stop and trying to go for like an hour and 10 is going to be a struggle. Some of the cars can do it, but you're not going to have much in the way of tyres left.
Yeah. Generally, it's best for sprint races like these to just go 50-50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really recommend going more than 60-40. Oh my god, that's a car round.
Oh.
Was that Papaventis? It was. He spun. But he's okay. He didn't hit the wall or anything, I don't think.
Oh, okay. He's going to have to do a bit of work to get back to position.
Yeah, so remember, there's 2 points for the fastest lap, not 5 anymore like last season. There is one drop round, so...
So much fun.
Yeah, it did. It made the last race very interesting. Finley, do not bin that Bentley by trying to slide it around like that. Because if you do, I will call you a skill issue in the chat.
There will be a lot of laughing if you manage to bin it like that.
Yes, 100%. specifically by me. The thing is, Finley likes me, so he knows it's all in jest.
He's one of the staff here as well, isn't he? So
Uh,
we poke at him all we like.
no, I don't think he's a staff member here. He does a lot of racing for an hour. Like,
He's definitely one of the regulars either way.
yeah, 100%. He is a regular around with
Part of
us.
the furniture.
Yeah.
As we are 2 by 2 as they roll through the last corner now.
Yep,
I'll
100%.
keep an eye on somewhere down the middle of the grid if you want to keep an eye on the front end.
Yep, I've got the
See what
front.
happens into this turn 1, which is downhill into a hairpin.
And we're green. Let's go. Everyone got a good start by the looks of it. The top 4. Mitchell's got a good start. Hang on, he might be going to the top 3. He's got past the Lambo, but the Lambo has the inside.
The Lambo into turn 1.
Yeah,
Further back on the grid, it's a bit of a schmozzle, but nothing major. Bit of considering. Looks like McGonagall's the biggest loser in that. Got hung up on the inside and just got stacked up with a big pile of cars on the inside and was dropped way back.
Yeah, Mitchell was hung out to dry on the outside of turn 1, and that let Paolo Skier in the Ferrari through. Finley has dropped a couple of places as well.
Got a bit of considering. That was the Ferrari of Galmini. Got slightly tagged and turned around and is now going to very much be on a recovery. Stacked everybody else up behind.
Oh, that's, yeah, Jordan got involved in that as well, unfortunately. Yeah. Remember, this is live stewarded, so all the stewards munching their crayons will be looking at any and all incidents that are caught on our spreadsheet, so do not worry.
We'll be looking at every. They will be. I believe they required some new ones after last week. An entire new pack was supplied for them after the amount they had to go scribbling last week.
Yeah, and they might be ate as well in the stressful environment they were in. You know, they had to eat more than they're normally allocated. The stress might the amount of crowns they went through means Hayden might have to sell his yacht.
Oh no, what a shame.
I know, right?
As we've got a bit of a change of position here. Beak and Marsons are trading places as Marsons tries to go side by side. Sorry, Peak tries to go side by side with Marsons. I'm gonna just take my brain out, shake it out, and put it back in and try again.
Yeah. Emerius, hello. Just want to point out the title you have Imola. Does it say Imola? Oh my god, it does. That's a blame Hayden moment. I'm not the one who set the stream up. Hang on, let me just hashtag blame Hayden. There we go. Just for your, I didn't even notice that, to be quite honest with you.
Honestly, same. I hadn't noticed it either.
I had it open, but
it didn't even twig.
Yeah, I have the tabs open just for the chats, and that's it. And I don't really notice anything else. As it looks like Nurburgring isn't pulling away, but the top 3 have pulled away a little bit. So Graham, Jones, and Smith are all occupied about a second, maybe 1.2 seconds, and there's about a 1.3 second gap to P4. And then the next train is being led by a Nissan. Not things that you normally hear in ACC at the moment, but
I wouldn't say it's a little bit of a cork in the bottle, but it's really not. It's being ragged.
Yeah, Mitchell's doing a very good job at absolutely ragging that Nissan for all it's worth. Something I definitely can't do, so fair play to you.
Just doing a really, really nerdy thing and having a quick look at it's down 19 kilos, and the Bentley is down 20, so it has got a fairly sizable chunk of ballast out of that car.
That is true. Cameron on TikTok. TikTok says, title says Emily should be number. Yeah, I'm going to assume whenever the stream was set up, because we use Restream to set it all up, that the title just wasn't changed when it went live. So we're blaming Hayden for that one. Everyone blame Hayden, like I am.
I was going to say, it'll either be H or Mac that sent you the code for tonight, because I didn't set it up.
It was Hayden. It was Hayden that set up. He sent me the key, so Hayden has just forgotten to change the title, but that's okay. That's what things happen. It's not that big a deal. it is Nurburgring, but you know. We do have a couple of penalties coming through as well. Much more well behaved than last week, is to be said. No penalties in qualifying. Good to see. And then we have in the race so far 10 seconds for car 971. That is Scudo. Minor contact position gain on lap 1, and 10 seconds for car 92. Minor contact position gain on lap 1. So much more well behaved than last week.
Yeah, as I've just seen McGonagall go up and start that drive back up through the grid, is now up into 13th place with that Mustang having been somewhat delayed at the start.
Yep. Alice, and are you changing drivers? Yes, sorry, I was just looking at the chats at that moment in time, so I wasn't flicking between drivers. But yes, we will be flicking between drivers based on what's happening on track. As currently, Papa Ventus, sorry, I'm butchering names, I apologise, is under fire from the Bentley, one of the smallest cars in the grid compared to one of the biggest.
I mean,
Porsche.
not really anymore. I mean, in fact, we've got the BMW and the Mustang on the grid as well.
I still deem the Bentley as the biggest. It just looks the biggest. It just looks like a massive chunky boy. Oh, Finley, you're getting very close there. Four-wheel drifting through the chicane.
that was starting to back that one into the corner on the brakes.
Marius, new Academy Nissan looks yeah, it's a gorgeous car, isn't it? We're looking up for the esports version of it because I would like to drive it at some point.
Oh, we're doing the 12 hours of the charity event in that thing with Mitch.
Yes, you.
Davide, isn't it?
Yeah, you're in with Mitch and Davide, and I think there's someone else. As Krieger's in the pits already with a lot of damage in his car. That's not going to be his only pit stop, I fear. Because getting that car to the end, theoretically you can get it to the end on fuel if you are fuel saving, but it's going to be rough on the tires.
Yeah, you've done that because you did the 24 and 2.4.
Yes, and I think I managed an hour and 15 minutes on one tank of fuel.
Yeah,
like
it's possible. It's not easy.
Yeah, that was pure fuel saving. That was all that was. It was fuel management the entire time to get it to go that far.
It was great to watch.
Oh, 100%. That was the race I won as well. Red Bull Ring.
Yes, it was. It was at Red Bull Ring.
Yeah.
You and
Luke Wilson.
Yes.
That'll be forever the best race I've ever done.
Oh, it was great to watch. It was an amazing one to commentate on. On that one, it was really, really good fun. It was.
The amount of
I hope that comes. Watch this space. Keep an eye on us in Bird. Keep an eye on our Discord. Go sign up to all of the above. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff on YouTube and Twitch, etc. Keep an eye on all the socials for any more races. I would, if you like the slightly more tactical thinking races, I would recommend going and having a go at that. If it comes back, honestly, I don't know at this point.
I would love the 24 2.4 to come back.
I hope it does. Hayden, as much as we do take the mic, please bring it back.
It was great fun.
Great fun to watch, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. It's 2.4. It's 2.4-hour race, but it's 24 hours in-game time.
Yeah, so you have to go through a day and night cycle. It's quite fun. Alex, do you think that changing drivers is also possible on console? I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Oh, you mean like driver swapping?
We have. O'Reilly is battling well and truly with the 14 of Papa Ventus here, all over the back of that Porsche like a cheap suit.
What I will say, Alice, I think it's possible because I'm pretty sure Callum, Artoga esports driver, he does team races on console on ACC, and I think he does they do driver changes. I'm assuming that's what you mean by driver change, like actual team events. In this race, it's just solo drivers, but you would normally have teams of drivers in longer races, like probably at least 3 hours plus.
Indeed.
Finley's got a nice. Finley and Papa Ventus
Yeah,
have a
Finley
nice
was.
train.
I've just been watching this. Finley was all over the back of the Porsche, dropping down through the first half of this lap, and I think has just pushed it a little bit too hard, got a bit squirrely, and has dropped away. But that has backed everybody behind in, and has now actually given this Porsche a bit of breathing room compared to what was there. Sakuto in behind there at DMF Ferrari. Needs to get a bit of a wiggle on and try and get through this traffic, because they've got 10 seconds, and then at their pit stop or next pit stop that they make to be added. So they do need to try and get a bit of a wiggle on that and minimise that time.
Yep, 100%. Rory Graham in the lead is 2.5 seconds clear now of Callum. And that just goes to show how fast he is, because Callum is incredibly fast on his own. Then Michael Smith is about a second behind Callum, not being dropped, but he's just hanging in there. And then Paolo is...
McGonagall is also all over the back of Hugo in the... that is Ford on BMW. Hugo doing a really good job of just holding line and not really wavering from it, making it very, very awkward for McGonagall, who is clearly a lot faster, to not really find any way past.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this maybe isn't Jordan's most favourite track. Because everyone has their tracks they're better at, and tracks that they're maybe not as keen on. I know I'm the same. Everyone is the same, to be fair.
That would have been H. Toga for voting for number 40, DOT. Oh, awesome. Driver of the day is broken at the moment. Thank you for that one.
It's not broken. Hayden has voted for a number that isn't there. Hang on.
So he has.
Well, I know who I'm voting for, so I'm just going to do it now. Let's see if it works. Is it working?
It should come up in the stream. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's come up. It's come up on Twitch at least.
Yeah, there you go.
It does work. You just have to select the car that is actually in the race.
There we go. 48 Calvin Jones. That's working.
Oh, Finley, that was too close. I just watched him nearly wipe out the Porsche there at turn 1.
Oh, was that a big dive?
It wasn't a big dive, he just braked a lot later and just nearly clattered him on the way past. Way past the braking zone, sorry, shall we say.
Thanks. Cool, yeah, no. Well done. Yeah, try using numbers that are in there.
Yeah. Hunter voting for Callum, nice one. Bladeshort voting for Mitchell, lovely to see. Yeah, Hayden, I wonder which idiot did build it. Shocking behaviour. Nah, I'm joking. See, I did do it right. Can't believe you didn't vote for the right vote for a number that wasn't there. Hunter Davis, go Callum.
It's easy done.
Yeah, it is easy done, to be fair. We just like taking the mick out of Hayden. It's fun.
Yeah. McGonagall has not managed to, whilst looking very, very racy behind this BMW of Hugo, has not managed to make any inroads in actually getting past. There's been a few little nibbles, but nothing really significant.
Yeah, no, not really. I wonder if Jordan just biding his time for a little bit, just getting... Oh, as soon as went off.
Forced them into a mistake, and that is thank you and through. So well done there.
Yeah, no, Jordan's plan is just to run away as fast as possible.
Yep. That Mustang with a good drive at the exit of the last corner there will be mostly out of the toe by the time you get into the braking zone of turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
That corner now should be away.
Exactly, yeah. Hunter was saying go Callum. Callum's about 3 seconds off the lead at the moment, but is nicely holding on to P2. Didn't have the best of weeks last week, but he's more than making up for it now.
indeed.
Like we say, everyone has their bad days, you know.
Darren Bear has dropped back a little bit, having had that really, really good start, got themselves up into almost into third at one point off the line. Has now settled down into a comfortably fifth place.
Yeah, absolutely. He is, I would say, in a little bit of a no man's land. He's about 3 seconds to the next car either side of him. So he's just gonna settle down, just hot lap a little bit, and just keep the car between on
The island.
the black stuff, the asphalt. He's doing a great job, and that's why I voted him driver of the day.
Smith will be one to keep an eye out on.
Oh, hang on, Finley's just got passed by Scooter. Scooter's got past. What? That was a brave move into that corner. Makes it work though. Bentley hung out to dry. That DMF Ferrari making its way through the pack. But Finley's not backing out. Oh, they're gonna go too wide. This is brave, fellas. Finley, hats off keeping that clean. And now there's 4 cars occupying literally the same piece of track.
Unfortunately, Mac just had to check up so hard on the Ferrari.
The Aston Martin's got past the Porsche.
Yeah, the Porsche just had to check up and run straight on into that corner.
But look how close he is. He's gonna go for it here. Yeah, the Porsche is gonna dive up. Oh, he's gonna dive up there to the 2 cars. Oh, he clatters into Scuto, and then that is gonna be the Aston Martin taking it, and Jordan getting through as well. And Scuto has RTG'd. Oh, that was not a good move from Marsonis, and Scuto has actually left. That is going to be a hefty penalty for that driver. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to tell. You know, he just dove up and just had no control of the car there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to see. Having said that, with all the battling that has been going on back there, it has given Papavensis a chance to pull away to the tune of 3 seconds to O'Reilly in that Bentley there. So has had a chance to open the taps on that Porsche and really make a bit of a break as they're coming up out of the Schumacher S's into the top section of the circuit.
Oh, Mac, we've really had enough of that tonight. It's actually been a really clean race, other than that.
Genuinely, a couple of little dinks on lap 1 through the exit through the Mercedes arena, and that's all it's been. So,
it's been very calm and collected up until that point.
Yeah.
But I see why you said that, because that was very ambitious is the word I'm going to use.
In all fairness, we've all done that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have.
Easy done. End of the camel. Your brakes are stone cold, and you go on the brakes, and they just don't work initially, and you have to just take that quarter of a second and just brake that little bit earlier than you would think, because you've got cold brakes at that point.
Yeah, no, he had warm brakes, so that's the problem. He just sent it from, as Max said, sent it from a different postcode. He braked way too late and then had no control of his car. And unfortunately, Scooter was just a passenger at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Marsonis has got a 15-second penalty for significant contact and position gained. That is just deserved, even just from what we've seen. But the stewards will have a closer look at all incidents. Lou, how do I enter as a driver? I believe in our TikTok bio, there's the links to our Discord and SimGrid. Come join our Discord. It'll have all our events, and then you can enter our events through SimGrid. And you can enter to be a driver on any of them. We run Rookie Wednesdays on a Wednesday. We run World Tour on a Friday. We have an Endurance Championship coming up. I believe it's full though at the moment. And we have other things in the pipeline with LMU as well. We've got a race coming up for that. So there's plenty going on. So head on over to SimGrid.
Get your entries in for that one for the Interlagos, Hypercar and LMGT3s.
Yes, I have entered in a Hypercar, I believe.
Ooh, what are you in?
That's a good question. I've forgotten what I picked. It'd probably be good to know what I've picked.
I mean, you've got about a week, so it's not like you might need to get some practice in or anything.
I'm in the Ferrari
Oh,
currently.
nice.
Although I'm thinking about maybe the BM because I did do a 2.4 and 24 at Le Mans in the BM, which was a disaster. I managed to spin it on the main straight at 320 kilometers an hour. Don't ask how. It just sort of happened. But yeah, look, that's how you enter, and then feel free to come and join any of our events. All right.
I just randomly exploded there.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking all the chats to see if I've missed anything there.
No, everything looks all good. I've got Twitch and YouTube up here on a spare screen, so I can see everything that's going on.
Yeah, I have race control. My main screen's for ACC, then everything else is on the other screen. As we have a Toga staff off, if that's what you want to call it. George Stevens, one of our stewards, against Lucas James, one of our mods. They're about 9/10 away from each other. It's Mercedes versus Ferrari. Not quite Ford versus Ferrari, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
It's
Actually black in the World Endurance Championship. I believe this is the first time they've entered World Endurance Championship as it is now, and last time was the World Sports Car Championship. That's a really random, useless piece of history fact that might come in handy at some point.
That will come in handy in the Big Fat Motorsport Quiz of the Year 2025, as I will have to defend my current title in December.
Indeed, yes. I didn't actually get a chance to come and do that one. I had quite a busy career.
I won by a fluke. The last question was like Toga related stuff, and a lot of them were like, how many laps were driven this year and Toga races and stuff, and I just pure guessed all of them and got like most of them right.
Nice. Yeah, but then you've competed in a lot of them and or commentated on a lot of them, so
yeah, but it was pure guesswork.
Fair enough.
I was just like looking at it going, I have no idea, let's just guess. Let me have a little look. So we have Marsonis is under fire from Hugo for that last P10 spot.
O'Reilly is under fire from McGonagall-ish.
O'Reilly's under fire from Peak. From Peak and McGonagall, so Finley maybe in a little bit of a bind here if he can't pick up the pace in the Bentley.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just pushed it a little bit too hard and burnt those tyres out.
Jenna Carey for DMF is in the pits. Have we lost all DMF drivers already?
I think we may have done.
We've lost 2 of them.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
And the 3rd is in the pits. I wonder are they going to continue or are they leaving? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. They've been a bit of a stop. They've been doing a few of the... I think they were in the last round, the last season of rookies, I want to say, last year.
Yeah, they've been taking part in quite a few of our races.
This year on, they've got drivers here this year as well.
Yep. They absolutely do.
This is interesting. You can see the ebb and flow between these 2 cars. So the Mercedes is really, really good through the last and first thirds of the circuit, whereas the Ferrari is really good through the twisties and is able to make up a lot of time there, and that has put Lucas starting to get right on the back of the Mercedes there.
Absolutely. Looks like George is under quite a bit of pressure now. As that Ferrari's a lot closer than it was last lap.
Oh yeah.
As we're going to go on board with the Aries Sport Ferrari. I haven't checked up a little bit in T1. So it'll be interesting to see who wins this battle. It kind of looks like they're just holding fire in position at the moment. Looks like Lucas isn't pushing too hard to get past it at this moment in time, which is fine. There's a little bit of front end damage on that Ferrari as well. I wonder if they get caught
Yeah,
up in
I
one.
think that was one of the ones that got caught up in that first lap. Couple of lap of everybody just getting a little bit stacked up.
Yeah.
Nothing major. O'Reilly is starting to look like a cork in the bottle now with this Ferrari, with that Bentley, with the Aston and the Ford behind, just starting to get a little bit stacked up. I wonder if he's just had to do a few laps, if he's just cooled the tyres down, cooled everything back down, and stop the car sliding around quite so much to make it to the pit stop cycle, which is going to be, I would assume we're going to start seeing cars stopping relatively soon.
Yeah, because we've had what, nearly half an hour of driving.
Yeah.
We're 25 minutes. We're just over 20. We're 26 on minute 26 of the race. Normally, people will be pitting in sort of the next 10 minutes. Then we'll see the start of the pit stops.
Yeah, we've got a couple of cars. Well, we know that Porsche is likely to end up having to pit again, so that's kind of out of the question. Dan Carey is... I apologise, I am butchering your name. I'm going to have to look up what your first name... Andrea. I'm going to go with that, and I apologise for butchering it so badly. Is looking like they're going to be running a bit of a long run with that car. Having made their pit stop with... having just come out a couple of laps ago, with about an hour and... with about 50 minutes or so to go. Sorry, my brain is bragged tonight. With about 50 minutes to go, so there is still time to bring that back, but they're going to struggle with tyres towards the end of the race if they don't end up having to stop again.
Yeah, they'll struggle in comparison to everyone else, but their tyres won't be too bad, because sets of tyres can last over an hour I'd say pretty easily, like, with a little bit of frustration. So 40 to 45 minutes is normally... Oh, the Aston gets a massive kick and loses position there through the Schumacher S's. That was a horrendous kick off the curb. And he's actually went off track again. He's struggling. He might lose another position to the Porsche.
Yeah, I think he's just been a little bit rattled there. Car not settling down. It's easy to think there's something wrong with your car after a hit like that.
Yeah, just a massive bounce off the Schumacher S's there, which are pretty high curbs to be fair, so not surprised. But that is, peak has dropped a good 4 or 5 seconds. As look at this, Jordan and Finley are nearly side by side out of the final corner. Look at this, as Jordan is just shy of going side by side, but he should have the Mustang raw power here.
Side by side on the brakes across the apex.
Yeah,
Who's got the grunt on the way out? Turbo 4 litre versus normally aspirated 5.4.
Well, looks like Finley might retain this he's going to retain it for the moment. Because he has the inside, but look at this, Jordan was left a little gap
inside,
open.
But then Finley's got the inside for the switch back.
Jordan might have got a better run there. Lily Finley was a little bit twitchy on the exit. Maybe not. Nope, he's been able to hold it for now. This is a good battle now, this one. Finley's really gone very wide there.
Yeah, he's being pushed. He's pushed it deep on the brakes. He's really starting to feel the pressure having that car in your mirrors. Able to do just enough to hold up the Mustang. Now, to some degree, almost what Finley needs to do, as McGonigal gets a little bit of a twitch on the grass, is if McGonigal can, Finley can hold McGonigal up enough to back them back into that Aston Martin, and what is now going to be the Porsche as well, potentially into this mix. On top of that, so this goes from what was a 4 down to a 3 down to a 4-2, and then potentially back to a 4-car battle in a few laps' time.
Yep, 100%. It is quite the ebb and flow here at the moment. A few drivers up and down, especially the Porsche recovering after its adventure, is the word we're going to use from the 3 postcodes back. As Finley's gone mega wide in the last corner.
Went so deep into the last corner.
Jordan
Ran
is
wide,
through.
and that has let McGonagall straight back through.
Another development. Mitchell is looking to be a little bit under pressure from Papaventis. He's just about a second behind him now. Looks like Mitchell may have had a moment last lap where he's lost a couple of seconds.
Has been catching a little bit of backmarker traffic.
That is
I don't know
potentially
whether
it.
that came into play with that one.
A mixture of that and Nissan things.
Yeah.
Because that car is known quite badly for its what's the word?
Japaneseness? It goes sideways randomly?
I'm trying to remember what the term is. It's like understeer into oversteer. Lift off oversteer. Is that the
Yes.
one? It's very bad for that. And it's very bad for just randomly snapping on you as well. But it will still
Yeah, we
understeer at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah, it'll do all the steer at once, and yeah, the back end tries to overtake the front end whilst the front end's trying to plough on.
Yeah, it's a very strange car.
If you can master it, which clearly has, it can be very good.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're not used to it, you're in for an interesting ride.
I have driven it a couple of times. It is fun to drive. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not the best driver of it either.
As predicted, McGonagall is kind of starting to check out on this battle, but with everything that's been going on, the Porsche of Marston's has come into its own on the back of Peak and O'Reilly. O'Reilly just holding on to a second gap on Peak, but Marston's is very much on the tail. Starting to get up onto the tail of that Aston Martin as we're heading closer and closer towards the pit stop window. Wow, I say pit stop window, beginnings of the pit stop, where most cars would be making that pit stop.
Yeah, the general pit stop cycle that most cars will go for. It's not a hard pit stop, you can pit whenever you want, but generally the fastest way around the track in a sprint race is half and half. Because then you'll get the best out of the tyres on both sprints rather than overusing a set on one stint and then not using enough on the other one. Is normally the reason why it's best to do a 50-50 split or near enough the 50-50 split. But everyone is keeping it nice and clean. Oh, was that car off? The number
11 is having all sorts of trouble down at the I want to say the first of the hairpins. I don't really know where else to do it. Kind of the heel of the boot at the bottom of the circuit.
Yeah, let's have a look at what happened. I wonder, was it just a Ferrari moment? On the grass. Yeah, on the grass and then spin from there, unfortunately. It happens to the best of us. The grass is very unpredictable, so yeah, once you're on it, it's got negative grip. So
yeah.
at least able to recover the car and nobody got involved in an incident, thankfully. Now Finley's back under fire from the Aston Martin again. I'm sure he's sick of seeing that car in his rearview mirror. But also for company is the Porsche of Marsonis. This is the fight for P8 currently. All these drivers currently securing the top 10 spot. Oh, look at that! Finley dove for the pits. That was close.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, Finley. He's going for a 35-minute and pit stop. So he'll have 40 minutes on a set of tyres at the end, which is pretty much half and half.
Yep.
Not, obviously, it's not exactly half and half, but it's close enough.
It will be the question now will be where will this car feed back out in relation to the cars around it?
He's gonna feed out in a mountain of space, I think. Either that or the front markers are gonna be not far behind him.
Yeah, because the Krieger has just been passed by. I think that is McGonagall, or is that yeah, that's McGonagall. So that tells you where that car is, as James has gone past. So yeah, should come out with a bunch of clear track available to them for a good out and steady set of stints.
Yeah, so Finley's off the jacks, which means he should come out in plenty clear, and the leaders won't be interfering with him, trying to lap him just yet.
pretty good stop, 33 seconds.
It's
So
pretty much perfect.
but not quite.
It's 32 seconds stop for your 30-second stop plus on and off jacks. So basically a second off where you want to be. So not bad.
Not bad. Considering there wasn't any other penalties involved, pretty good going.
Yep, 100%.
Marston's does have that 15-second penalty hanging over them for their pit stop, so they will have that added on at the end on their stop, so they will be stopped a lot longer, barring any major damage for the cars around them, but I don't think there was, so...
Yeah. It will drop Marsonis down into P11. That's just from the penalty alone. So that's where he would end up with that penalty applied, and it will apply during the pit stop. Obviously, just a note on the leader, he is 7.6 seconds clear of Callum in P2, who's 3.5 seconds clear of Smith, who's 4 seconds clear of Paolo.
Speaking of that Ferrari of Marston's, that is in Porsche. Sorry, it was red. Brain doing.
Yeah.
Is now into the pits to serve. So that will be at least a 47-ish second stop as a minimum for that car.
Yep. Plus the damage from the accident. So actually, it's going to push him further down, probably, assuming he fixes it.
Yeah.
And Lucas is also in the pits now as well.
Dropped out from behind that Mercedes of Stevens, possibly trying to get a little bit of an undercut. Ooh, overshot the box there. That's not going to help.
No, absolutely not. As Mitchell has actually pulled back away from Papavensis, he's back up to nearly a 2-second gap now. Clearly, whatever lap that was where the other car caught up, it was just a slight skill issue from the Academy driver. But, you know.
We'll let them off. They're not one of the esports team.
Yeah, that's the good thing about our Academy. It's not... You don't have to be the fastest, you just have to not kill everyone on track. As long as you can be consistent, that's the main thing.
Indeed. And that is Lucas down and away. A pretty standard stop for the 36, so nothing too major. Marston's 47 seconds for that stop, so either magically didn't pick up too much damage or wasn't.
Let's see. Did they fix? They have not fixed their damage.
Fair enough.
Michael Smith from P3 is in the pits now. Jordan McGonagall's in the pits as well. As you can see now, all the pit cycle's begun, so everyone will be filtering in over the next 2 or 3 laps. Unless there's an outlier of a car who wants to run longer, which is entirely valid if you want to try it. So it's going to be interesting to see.
You have to run quite a bit longer if you want to make too much of it, make a big overcut work, just because of how consistent these cars are on their tyres across a stint. You may end up getting caught, as that is the commentary for halfway. You end up losing a bit of time here and there.
The Aston of Peak is in the pits as well. Yeah, as you see, just everyone is in their pit cycle now.
Useless factoid for the race. McGonagall has the highest speed trap of 250 kilometers an hour.
Nice.
Hits out Hugo with 249.
And he's in the BM. Yeah, that's not surprising. The BM is pretty fast as well.
And Jones has also made 249 kilometers an hour as well. So that's good. McGonagall out behind. Ooh, that's interesting. So, McGonagall actually pitted from in front of O'Reilly, but who's come out behind.
Interesting. Let me see. Yeah, Jordan was stopped for nearly 40 seconds. He must have had damage to fix. He did have damage to fix. He was caught up in the lap 1 stuff.
In that first corner, first sector, Shamazu.
Yeah, Callum and Paolo are in the pits now as well. So that's a few more pit stops done.
That means everything from 9th up is yet to pit, so it'll be interesting to see where Smith in 9th files back up to when all of this is said and done, as we have another couple of cars as Jones and Pablo are just dropping down in order. Jones has a lovely exit on that one, no run down to the boards, it's basically off the jacks and floor it.
Yep, 100%. As Hugo's under fire from Paulson in what is currently P4 and 5, but will not be P4 and 5 after the pit stop cycle. Once everything plays out.
Pete and O'Reilly are starting to get back on terms with each other now they've got fresh tyres on that car. We saw this with the Bentley earlier on in the race. It was very, very good on its fresh tyres, but struggled later on, so that'll be one to watch out.
Which is surprising, because as someone who drives the Bentley, the tyres normally last pretty well, so I wonder if Finley's just driving it, over-driving the car.
Finley's driving the ever-living wheels off that thing.
Entirely
maybe
possible.
Has the car a little bit looser than what most people would run.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Finley is a very, very aggressive driver, which is good to see.
Jones, out of that front group, has followed back out. Is now currently the highest placed car to have made their stop. He's in 7th.
Yep. The leader will pit and probably stay ahead because Kyle was like 8 seconds behind, so I don't think he's going to make up 8 seconds.
Pateron and Sterenberg are both in the pits.
Yep. That will leave 4 cars to pit, including the leader of the race.
As Krieger doesn't feel like they can get to the end of the race from where they were and has also opted to pit.
Yeah. %. As that's Hugo and Paulson also in, so it's just George Stevens and Graham now to pit. George Stevens is also in the pit, so the last car to enter the pit lane will be the leader. I would assume they're going to pit this lap. I would imagine so anyway.
They currently have the fastest lap with a 54.297. They may be opting to run long just so they can go short on this second stint to cover off anybody else who wants to go for that fastest lap when the extra couple of points.
Yeah, oh, he's went into the pits. There we go. That will be every driver will have done a successful pit stop after he leaves the pit lane. Callum is currently 1 minute 11 behind as he puts on the pit limiter, so I don't think that's not going to be enough. He's going to lose about 1 minute and 2 seconds, give or take. So that's not going to be enough of a gap. As
about 8-9 seconds between the two of them when that car comes out.
Yeah, about that.
Stevens is down and away and out. Lucas has managed to jump in the pitting that a little bit earlier. Has actually managed to jump that Mercedes in the pit stop cycle.
Great job. As the Aston Martin of Pecos got past Finley at some point. I didn't even clock that. But Finley is right on his tail.
No, that was during the pit stop cycle. That car's always been that way around.
Oh, and also Papa Ventus has actually got past Mitchell.
Yes. So
Mitchell lost 3 seconds in the pit stop. That's exactly where all that time has went.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate, Mitchell.
I mean, still 2 places up from where they started.
Yeah, he's doing.
Oh no, sorry.
He's 2 down, but he's still P6, which is incredible.
Yeah.
He is doing a great job, which we love to see. I wonder how many crayons the stewards have eaten now that they have nothing to do.
Oh, it's going to be as bad as last week. They're not stressed and worrying. They're now bored.
See, the problem is now that I've said it, there's going to be a massive crash somewhere. Sorry, Reese and Ollie, and whoever else in the stewards room. Reese, Ollie, Charlie, Martin, and Hayden. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, after last week, they've brought everybody out, and now there's not a lot else going on.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But Finlay is fighting with his Aston Martin quite badly, so there's potential for something to happen. As Mitchell is closing in a couple of tenths a lap.
Trying to close that gap in a little bit.
As Marsonis is catching Paulson, there's about a second gap in that as well.
O'Reilly is all over the back of this Aston. Very much all over the back of the Aston. And is just, I think what the trouble they've got is they've got into that understeering bubble as car 11 is off. That is Goncari is, Andrea is in the, that looked like they were in the wall quite hard. Didn't see what happened there. Let's have a look. Okay, through there. Okay, through on the brakes and loops it and ends up going exit stage left. Awesome. Yeah, just loops it on the curves going through the chicane at the end of the lap. At each curb. Each wall.
Yeah. I will say, P4's not off the cards for Papavensis and Mitchell. Mitchell's only 4.8 seconds.
Seconds back there.
Yeah. Papavensis is only 2.2 back, and Mitchell's only 2.5 seconds back from that again. So if they put the foot down, top P4 is on the cards. As Paulson and Marsonis is very close. Hang on, this might be Take 2 Electric Boogaloo in terms of sending it into turn 1 for the Porsche. Let's have a look. He's learned his lesson.
And also that was heavily covered off by Paulson.
Oh, but look at this round the outside.
I was going to say that's opened up the outside, but the other one, but Marston's can't get the drive on the exit. And Paulson holds on to that one on the exit of the Mercedes arena.
Good driving from the pair of them.
Indeed.
We love to see it whenever there's some good, clean driving going on. Yeah, everyone else is starting to filter out into their own little pockets of space now. There's not a lot happening. Let's see. Aaron Rogers, any tips for someone that just started playing ACC? I play a controller, I don't have a setup. Have fun is essentially my tip for you. Enjoy it. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on you to do well. Enjoy it. If you want to come and join Toga just to like get involved in the league, like just see what we do, what we're up to, you're more than welcome to. I just practice and enjoy it. You don't need to have a wheel. The controller is sufficient, in my opinion.
I've had my butt handed to me on more occasions than I care to mention by people with controllers. You can be very, very quick with a controller.
Yeah, and essentially, we all do this as a hobby, right? We all drive these sims as a hobby because for our love of motorsport and cars. So just enjoy the process. Like, even if you don't feel you're quick, because especially if you're starting out, you probably don't feel the quickest, and that's absolutely fine. Everyone starts somewhere. You know, like well, personally, I still don't think I'm that fast, but like, you know, I used to be incredibly slow, and then I've now got like 1,000 hours in ACC just from playing it over the last like couple of years. So yeah, basically, TLDR, enjoy the process.
Yeah, put hours in, come have fun. If you need some help, come have a look at both the Rookies Leagues, and also there is a mentoring channel that we also have. So feel free to come ping us on there as well, and we'll happily give you some pointers and some help.
That was my next point, was to plug the mentoring server. You beat me to it. But yeah, we run a mentoring server. Actually, I sort of run all that side of things, where we do group sessions and one-on-one tutoring to help drivers get faster. that then feeds drivers into our academy team, as we currently have a driver in the race in our academy team, Mitchell, in the red Nissan. So, you know, like there's plenty of opportunity to grow and get better and join an actual team, and become a better driver for it. Todd, welcome in. I'm assuming you are the Todd Brown from the esports team. Mitchell's giving us a little flash. Hello.
I think that was more for the Ferrari that
Oh,
you lapped.
I didn't even see the Ferrari that he was lapping. I thought because I was talking to him there.
No,
Never
there was
mind.
the DMF Ferrari that is a lap down on that car. And a lap down, I think, on everybody these days at this point.
Yeah. Todd, there is one left in this one. This is a shorter championship. It's the last World Tour we're running. It's going to have a fresh look and feel and rules and so on. Hayden and the admin team are all cooking behind the scenes. I don't know much more than that. So the last race will be Zolder next Friday, and then there'll be updates to come for whatever the World Tour will look like in the future.
Thank you very much for the subscriber, Ethan Bridgen.
Yep.
Thank you very much for that, and hopefully you will come and continue to enjoy what we do here.
Aaron, no problem. You're more than welcome. If you want to join our server and get involved in any shape, way, or form, it should be in the bio on TikTok, I believe. There's a link somewhere. As far as I know, there should be. So feel free to get involved if you feel like it. There's mentoring server and all, in fact, all about there. You know, there's a lot of resources we provide. I thought, looking forward to it. Looking forward to hearing it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the guys are cooking up. I obviously don't know much more than I've just said, so
Yeah,
I don't.
neither of us are privy. I do a chunk of the work behind the scenes with Matt on herding the rest of the commentary team. It feels like herding cats sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just deal with this is the event this week. We need people to cover it. So
hang on.
don't know, and obviously Barry does a lot of the academy and the mentoring side of things. So neither of us actually are privy to what is being cooked up behind the scenes. What we can tell you though, if it's anything to go by the events that have been run previously, it will be a heck of a lot of fun.
Yes, 100%. During that conversation we were having, Jordan got past Finley up into P8.
Ooh.
It looked like Finley had a moment, and then Jordan just
checked out up the road.
Yeah, just fully capitalized on it. Mitchell has fallen back a bit from Pop Events, as it looks like he's found another gear in that Porsche and is just driving away. Paulson and Marsonis are still at it, absolutely fighting and trying to tear bumper from each other by the looks of it. Good to see who wins that particular Porsche battle. I do like a Porsche, as Zeta is very well known that. I do love a good Porsche.
I just had a sentence go through my head that is very much not broadcastable.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do love driving the Porsche. It's a fantastic piece of kit to drive. Also, very murderous if you're not driving it right.
Yeah, very much so. It will do Porsche things and try and swap ends. Much because we saw that at Kyalami, I think it was last year in possibly even the World Tour, or something.
No,
it was 2.4. You spun it on the on the formation lap.
Yes, I did, because I was being a tit and heating up my tires, and did it on a left-hander down the bottom of the hill at Kyalami and just spun the car.
Yep, we called that one on commentary as well.
I will say my tires were nice and warm after that.
Well, I'm sure they were. Probably not what you wanted to do before like an hour and a bit's worth of driving on the same set of tires.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a Hungaroring in that championship. I think it did an hour and 45 on a set of tires.
Oh.
Yeah, a bite marker took me out, and I had to pit early. And then I think it was an hour and 45 to go, so I just I ran I fuel saved as much as I could to run as long as possible, and just didn't change tires on my splash and dash. I will say it was incredibly tail happy at the end.
Yeah, I can imagine. That car's tail happy at the best of times.
Todd.
get around to driving and like properly mastering.
Yeah. Todd Graham is going well. Yes, he is. He's just checked out of the race completely. He's nearly 10 seconds. He's 10 seconds up the road from Callum now.
Yeah.
Just having a great time. And to be fair, if Porshikov was here from last week, he'd be giving him a run for his money. Because Porshikov just checked out and flew into the distance last week in the Imola. And won by a substantial margin. Aaron, I can't even do competition races yet. I gotta get my stats up. Yeah, it'll come with time. Don't worry. You still,
have a look at the career mode. I know it's not great, but it's actually kind of useful for just learning physics.
Yeah. But you're still welcome to come join the Discord to say hello and see what's happening. You don't have to be actively racing at this moment in time to join the Discord. Yeah, pretty much. So you're still more than welcome to come join, say hello.
Ooh. As a quick update, actually some racing news. The Bentley on Ford action. McGonagall is under a lot of fire from O'Reilly. O'Reilly's managed to get that car back under some sort of control and is now thoroughly harassing the back of that Ford.
Oh, he's got a big snap off the curb though.
Hasn't slowed him down though.
It slowed him down a tiny bit, but not a lot. He just kept his foot in on the grass there. Brave man. Now, this is the question: will Findlay send it? I don't think he's close enough to even attempt it.
Not close enough.
No.
Not close enough, especially given how good that Mustang is on the brakes. It's a good fun car to drive. That Mustang, really been enjoying it.
I love the Bentley. I will be driving it soon, I believe.
Ooh.
When am I driving it?
Charity event?
No, I'm driving the Jag.
Oh, that's something as well. We have a conjoined charity event.
Yes.
With ourselves, Simhaven, and there is a third one, and I cannot remember for love nor money who that is.
99% sure it's ORL. Let me just go confirm that.
I was literally just doing the same thing on Simhaven.
It is. It's ORL, Odyssey Racing League.
There we go. So yeah, they are. It is raising money for us here at Toga. Are raising money for mine. The guys at ORL are racing for Stack Up, charity for war veterans, and the Simhaven crew are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. All of the information about all that is on our SimGrid page, event page, so go and jump in there. It is 12 hours of racing at Silverstone, but there is the option of giving people penalties.
Yeah, so from that, basically, everyone has the option to donate and give a car a penalty. It's a fun way to mix it up a little bit. So, if you have competitors, you wanna nerf them a little bit, you can pay to give them penalties. Obviously, all donations go to charity. Which is 3 fantastic causes. Myself and a few of the guys from Toga Esports are running in the Jag with a very special livery that I am not going to even give a sniff of an idea of what it is. Well, we're going to keep it under wraps until the day, and then a few of the other guys in the academy, and I think Davide's in with you as well.
Yeah, myself, Davide, and
Mitchell, and I think there's someone else. I can't remember exactly who's in it, but will be driving the Nissan with another special livery. It's they're obviously not Toga related because it's just more of a fun race for charity. We're just doing something a bit more fun and lighthearted. It's going to be a good day.
To that one, it looks fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day.
The best way I can suggest is Good Smile Racing.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, everyone come along, donate to 3 fantastic charities if you can. And it's just going to be a good day out for everyone. There's going to be some fun, I believe. I don't actually know what the current thoughts are for comms and live streaming. I'm assuming we're going to be doing all that. And I imagine...
I wouldn't be surprised if it is Matt doing...
I would imagine...
Because I don't think he's in the car.
I'm
not in the car for the Toga crew, I'm probably going to be about and...
Yeah.
There's like 4 of us for a 12-hour race, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be the same as well, so... We'll probably be doing a little bit of stint of comms and probably a stint of stewarding as well, depending on how things go. Man of many hats these days.
stewarding front wasn't too bad last year when we ran the event. So, but yeah, it's a really good way of donating to charity and
having fun while doing so.
Living daylights out of Hayden if he's driving again. I think they've got a lap down on the next car.
Hayden is. I don't think he's driving.
Oh.
He never mentioned anything about driving whenever we brought it up with the cars. If he did, I don't remember. Because whenever we set the team up, it was a while ago.
Fair enough.
Having a quick gander actually. Let's see. Here it is.
A bit of racing update. The only real battle we have got going on is Paulson and Martin. Martin's two Porsches are still battling away. About a second or so apart, they've split up a little bit. Martin's gone for a few moves that haven't really come off, and they just opened that gap out slightly. Leader is 12 seconds up the road from Jones. Smith is another 10 seconds back. And Paolo is about another 10 seconds back from there. Papavensis is 4 seconds back from Paolo, so that gap is closing. And Sterenberg is about another 3 seconds back on there. Peak is 13 seconds back. McGonagall's about another 3 seconds back from Peak. O'Reilly is 1.1 back now from McGonagall. And Hugo rounds out the top 10, 12 seconds back from O'Reilly.
Yep. And I was just double checking. So for the in the Jag and the charity event, it's going to be me, Mr. Callum Jones, and Mr. Jordan McGonigal in running the Jag. So two guys racing currently in the Toga Esports cars, and myself, and potentially one other. I can't remember exactly. I need to go and double check that at some point. So I need to get myself in the Jag and actually see if I can actually drive the thing.
I think the answer is it's a handful.
Oh, I know. I have yet to drive the Jag properly, so...
Oh, have you never actually driven it in any shape or form in anger?
I've driven a couple of laps in it for a laugh, but not seriously tried to.
You're in for a fun time.
Yeah, I saw Callum try and drive it, and it didn't look fun.
Yeah, it's an old car with old physics in a new physics game.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Basically, the way it was described to me is you need to run it with no traction control to make it any sort of fast at all, and even then it's not fast.
Yeah, it has no ability to stop. I think the Writer has better brakes than it.
I actually was driving the Writer the other night. The mentoring session, the group mentoring session kind of got a little bit out of hand. And then me and Ollie were driving Writers about having a laugh. But yeah, that's like I say, like the mentoring sessions are good because we keep them quite light. We don't it's not pure.
Yeah, it's not a mega serious thing.
It's quite laid back. It's just more any of the coaching people, primarily myself and anyone else who's available. Just sort of, if you need help with something, you ask for it, and then we give it essentially. And then we just have a bit of a yarn and just do what we can to help everyone. So it's not mega serious, but it's obviously serious.
Ironically, I have managed to fail to make it any of them this year.
Yeah, there's...
We're only once a week, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, there's two more. There's two more for the last two rookie races, of course, but...
Yeah, it's always fun just to... If for no other reason, even if it's not tracks you're racing on, it's fun just to get some seat time, get some extra points of view on circuits, and a little bit of extra info and help where you might not realise you're missing that tiny bit of information about a braking point that's actually really easy to spot, but you've never managed to spot it before, or something like that. There's useful nuggets of information that you can pick up. So if you are interested, do have a look through our Discord, and there is ways of signing up to that.
Clarocco 1980, thank you for following on Twitch. Very kind of you. Much appreciated. The Blade Sharp on YouTube. Sterenberg leading driver of the day. Vote let's go. 100%. Mitchell has been absolutely crushing it. Todd. I failed to join the mentor test for a while, hard one and 50 miles away from a rig. Yeah, that's not ideal. Slightly suboptimal, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend being 150 miles from your rig. If you
No.
have a really, really big house,
I say if his house was that big, he could be funding Hayden's yacht.
that's true.
There's quite the battle here for the top 10, just breaking out as Hugo had an incident in the Mercedes arena, and he's lost to one Porsche and he might lose to another. We've got a nice chase cam angle of Marsonis trying to see if he can sneak his way into the top 10 here. There's about half a second separating the three cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that as close as it looked from here with that BMW across the nose of that Porsche?
Yes.
It looked like you could get a cigarette paper between the two of them at most.
Yeah, if even. Now the BM is under a lot of pressure from this Porsche.
That BM's rattled. It doesn't look as composed as it has done previously. I wonder if they just had a slight lapse in concentration and now they're overdriving to try and make up the lost time.
Yeah, the problem is now Pulse is driving away, so Marsonis needs to make a move now if he wants to keep with them.
Yeah, but he's not close enough. Short of a multi-postcode send again.
I wouldn't advise it, to be honest.
No, considering you've already incurred the wrath for that once already this race, I wouldn't recommend doing it again.
If you did it again, Reese would be not a happy boy.
No, you probably would. The stewarding team, I think, at that point would find a way of throwing the phone book at you.
100%. They look at the rulebook and just yeet the entire thing at the windscreen. Yeah, we have about 9 minutes left in this race. Where is the leader? The leader's about to start another lap, so we have 5 laps left of this race, I believe, from
sounds about right.
if my math is correct. And I
minutes a lap, and leader is just on another one now, so
yeah,
4-ish. Yeah,
I think it's 5. I think
Yeah,
it's 4, and then
that-
the 5th one will take it to 0 during the 5th one.
Yeah, they'll cross the line with about
Half a minute to go.
minute and a half, I reckon.
Yeah,
I'm
so
probably going to be entirely wrong with this, because with a gap of 14 seconds, they can kind of get away with slowing down a little bit and maybe doing a bit less. As 450 is yellow and off at the chicane at the end of the lap. What happened to you?
let's have a look at what happened to Mitchell. I'm going to assume he had a Nissan moment. He had a big oversteer. He had a Nissan moment, but he has recovered it. Didn't hit the wall, and he's still 3 seconds clear.
Bottoms out and skates across the ground.
Yeah. Oh, Hero nearly just rear-ended Pulsing into the final corner. That was incredibly close. That's left the door a little bit open for Marsonis, but he's not quite close enough.
I wonder if A, the combination of the damage, and B, it following Marcel. Ooh,
That's a send and a half from the BM as well. That's let the Porsche through. Maybe not quite enough.
Up and a check up from the Porsche.
The BM's still there though.
The BM around the outside. Now we've got the other Porsche on the outside coming through the.
Oh, that's contact. Out there hitting each other. That's not going to fare well with the stewards.
No.
If that is actually deemed as anything,
I don't think anything major really came of that.
it looked a bit like door banging, but obviously the stewards will have a good look at that to make sure there was nothing egregious taken.
Sure.
As yeah, that Porsche looks a lot more racy than the BM, especially at the corners.
Yeah, the Porsche's got the. I was wondering whether the front end of that Porsche, that red Porsche, because it's been in the tow for so long, whether it's just started to eat its front tyres up a little bit more than it would have you'd like, and it's just struggling a little bit, but it's definitely looking good on the exits.
Yeah, it looks like Marsonis is getting the power down well, it's just he cannot capitalise at all.
No, that BM is a fast bit of kit.
Digijoy seriously, lol, I just voted, and the next moment he spins. And then the blade shark trying to finish a race in an Nissan without spinning, impossible challenge. Oh, per Mitchell, he's getting the slack for it now. It happens. Yeah. So that wasn't even commentators curse, that was just driver of the day voting curse from you there, mate. He's still holding P6 by how much? 2 seconds.
Something like that, yeah. As a quick thing, Marston's is about 3 kilometers an hour in a straight line down on the BMW, so it's able to pull away in a straight line, but not able to. The Porsche not able to capitalise on its ability.
Oh, Hugo's had a slide, and he's just about held it.
When you overdrive it.
That's what happened when the BM doesn't have enough traction control on it.
Yeah.
And that has let the Porsche through, but the problem is now Mercedes is too far back from Poulsen at this moment to have a sniff of the top 10. But you never say never. There's still 5 minutes to go, 3 laps.
3 laps. It's doable if that Porsche starts to get a little bit leery. One of these two gets a bit leery. It can go either way.
All he needs is a bit of clean air, and he can do it. A bit of clean air, get the power down, and get the pace up, and just go for it. No, there's not a big chunky.
That, though, through the hairpin.
Yeah, no, there's not a big chunky BM behind him, in front of him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the front end of that car is between the damage it picked up early on that didn't get fixed and the following cars around very closely has just chewed those fronts up a bit too much.
100%. The Porsche in the tow, you could really easily burn through the front tires if you're not careful. Just from the lack of front downforce you get in the tow, you sometimes slide about in the front quite a lot.
What else have we got going on? That was the last real battle that we had going on.
Yeah,
it's. The day votes in. We'll see what happens. See if anybody else has a driver of the day moment.
Yeah, there is. There's two laps to go. We haven't started the penultimate lap yet, so anyone who hasn't got the driver of the day in and has been waiting to get theirs in, I would get it in now, if I were you. I'd love to see who y'all think has done the best. Obviously, I voted for Mitchell. But that is that's because as an academy driver for Toga, he's doing an absolutely fantastic job of ragging that Nissan to the top 6. No, he's doing an absolutely fantastic job, and well done to you, Mitchell. Just like
he's A in the top 10 and B ahead of another full. The only way I can describe it is full factory driver, but I know that's not the right wording.
Yeah.
Full main esports team driver of McGonagall, who is no slouch. We've seen him elsewhere.
No.
Throughout last year, and very, very competitive.
Yeah, myself, Jordan, and Callum, we've done a few endurance races together, and Jordan's no slouch. He is a really fast driver. It's just maybe not his track tonight, just not his night. You know, it happens. But he's still well on for a top 10 finish, so not all bad, of course.
Indeed. Still up 2 places from where they started. Started in 10th and they're currently in 8th, so.
Yeah, and our other esports driver, Callum, hasn't put a foot wrong, but he's still 16.7 seconds off the lead. Rory Graham has just ran away in that Beamer.
Yeah. I mean, the field, barring the Paulson Marsons, Porsches, and
Peak and McGonagall are about 1.2 apart.
Yeah, everybody else is like tens of 2 or 3 seconds at least. Martin's just tucking into, starting to get inside that second mark. This is going to be penultimate lap for them. As leader's just going to start the final lap very shortly.
Yeah, leader is just crossing the line now.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap.
There's the little voiceover to say leader is on the last lap. So this is the penultimate lap for obviously the likes of the Ben Peak and Jordan, who are about half a lap behind.
Indeed. So essentially, lap and a half to go for these two to battle out. These two Porsches to battle out, see who's going to get top 10 and who isn't.
This is going to be interesting. I wonder will the 911 send it on the last lap. We know he is quite akin to a big send of a different postcode variety. So we'll see what he can conjure up here in the last lap and a bit. He is about 8 tenths back still, so Paulson just needs to keep his head on and just keep the car off the grass/gravel. But they've both been doing a great job. Everyone's been doing a pretty great job to have. How many instances did we actually end up with? Like actual penalty-based actual penalties were given 3 for the entire race. That is so much more improved than last week.
Indeed. I mean, I'm looking at the channel in Discord, and
last week's was chaotic to say the least.
Yeah.
As the two Porsche drivers in 10th and 11th start their final lap, Paulson half a second back. He's nearly hit him under braking. He did. The Mercedes was able to brake a lot later there, but was compromised by Paulson braking much earlier than he could.
Just almost edged out of the brakes a hair early, and had checked up again.
Yeah, as our leader Rory Graham has just crossed the line to take a commanding and dominant P1. What an absolutely mega drive! Next across the line will be Callum Jones. Tokyo Esports getting a very Mustang moment there out of the last corner to celebrate a well-deserved P2. Great job, Callum. Love to see it. Next across the line will be Michael Smith to take the last podium position. Really dominant performance from everyone in the top 4, 5, 6 even. Michael taking that position. Just keeping an eye on the two Porsches as well for the last of the top 10 places. Don't want to miss that.
It's all good.
Don't want to miss anything.
The last cars across the line, so.
Yeah, a few of the back markers have already crossed the line and finished. Hang on, Jordan McGonigal might have a last corner send here on the Aston Martin. The Aston will go defensive. Jordan on the outside might go for a little switchback here. I don't think he's going to quite get it though. As Mitchell crosses the line for P6, Jordan is so close to P7. Less than a tenth in gap between P7 and P8. Fantastic race. Finley P8. And then, Finley P9. And then looks like Paulson will hold off Marsonis. Or Marsonis, sorry. To take the last P10, or last top 10 position of P10. Marsonis P11. And the last car across the line will be Hugo in the Beamer, number 31. There we go, everyone. What a race that was. A lot cleaner. Well done, everyone. You took the advice, not the advice, you took the everything that Ollie said on board, which we love to see. Yeah, and also lovely shout out to our lovely Academy driver Mitchell Sterenberg, who has got driver of the day at the moment, which is just awesome to see. Well done, Mitchell. You had a very, very, very good drive. We will run.
Well deserved.
We will run a quick interview or two. We're not going to do a ton, just a bit weary of time. So yeah, if anyone wants to,
anybody else want to go and have a chat, feel free to.
yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes. If anyone wants to come say hello, you can. If not, no worries. A certain someone is waiting for us.
Someone's ears was burning.
Come on in, Mitchell. Well, what a race!
Good effort for the academy team.
Yeah, brilliant. You also won driver of the day as well, so
hey,
well
did
done.
Not deserve that. In the
No,
end,
no,
but,
you did. You pulled that car. You pulled that Nissan out of nowhere. You could have had there was maybe a top 5 in the cards if you didn't have a Nissan moment.
I doubt it. I think the Porsche front was way too fast in the end.
Yeah, the first stint
That's-
he was sort of he wasn't. You and him were doing similar pace, and the second stint he found another gear somewhere and just drove off.
yeah,
But no,
he was very fast.
yeah, he was. You qualified P4 and ended up P6, even while spinning a Nissan. So
I'll take it.
No.
I'll take it.
brilliant job from yourself. What an absolutely brilliant race. You did very, very well.
Thank you, thank you.
You're
Yeah.
doing Zolder as well, aren't you?
Give it all you can.
Yeah,
That'll
I'm
be
doing Zolder as well. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Nissan handles that. And the answer I'm going to give it, it might. I don't know if it will.
probably as shit as the Nurburgring. Maybe even worse, but we'll see.
Yeah. Apologies for the little bit of fruity language. We'll gloss over that. We'll chalk it down to the adrenaline of driving the Nissan for the last 75 minutes. No, great job. You'll be signed up for Zolder then.
Yeah, I like it. We'll see how fast the Nissan will be there, but
I'll be curious to know because I don't actually know
same.
know if it's any good at all.
Yeah, well,
Well,
it's not bad.
nah, it should be okay if you just send me the setup again there, because without your setup, I would have not been here because I was slow.
Yeah.
Also, thanks for uploading the old BOP from LFM. That also helps really much.
Oh, is there a BOP update that we don't have?
No, totally not. No. no.
Well, you see, if you'd never said it, nobody would have knew. So you've just shot yourself in the foot for Zolder.
Time to be lost, it's older. No.
No, you'll be grand, I'm sure. No, great job tonight, man. I'll let you go for the evening, but congrats on a well-deserved top 10.
Thank you. I will enjoy it. I will for sure enjoy it.
No problem. Catch you later, man.
Alright, goodbye.
Bye. Oh, and we have one more. Well, this will be the last one. Mr. Callum Jones, podium position. Welcome in, good sir.
Hello.
You have fun?
No.
Well,
I do not enjoy that track.
Here, you were still incredibly fast though, so I wouldn't, not too shabby anyway.
Yeah, honestly, well, after last week, obviously, I'd take a boring P2 race finishing a distant second and ahead of third. I'll take that. But yeah, I know it's all relative, but that's one of my worst tracks. So
yeah,
yeah, it was tricky just watching the BMW just fly away. I mean, it was so quick, but
yeah, he had so much. That guy Rory had so much pace.
So much pace. Yeah, it was insane. I tried everything. I don't know if you saw on lap 2 or lap 3. I just sent it over the chicane a bit too hard and he crashed trying to keep up.
I didn't even see that, to be honest.
Didn't see that.
Well, at least this race was a lot cleaner than the last week.
Indeed, yeah. Indeed.
I think we had 3 contacts in the race on quali.
That looks like it. Unless
Or-
there's anything to come
Or 3.
race, from anything. Yeah, it looks like it was 3 incidents.
Yeah, 3 penalised
Yeah.
incidents. Probably like a couple more than that, but you know.
Yeah. And personally, for me, actually making it past lap 1, which is quite nice.
Yeah, you didn't have a Mustang moment in that one that caused a red
No.
flag.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah. Now, well, last week's behind us. Now you had a very good race this time round, especially the track that you, as you say, you're not the best at. Even though
No,
you're a lot faster than me here.
Well, qualifying, I just pulled that lap out of somewhere. I don't even know. It was just locked in and just went for it. One of those laps, as you well know, Barry.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just one of those flow state laps where you where you somehow find it.
No, exactly.
Yeah, no, good stuff, man. You're going to Zolder, right? Next week?
Yes.
I'd be interested to see Mustang there. I'm pretty sure the Mustang is actually very good at Zolder because it can ride the chicanes pretty well.
Exactly that. It
Yeah.
should be pretty good. A little bit of traction issue, but I'm happier at Zolder than I am at NurbGP. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, so we'll be seeing you cooking then next week.
Hopefully so.
No, good stuff, man. Yeah, I'll let you go for the evening. I'll probably be chatting to you over the weekend anyway, as we normally are.
Yep.
But good job tonight. You actually came second in driver of the day as well.
Oh, nice. Did Mitchell win?
Mitchell won driver of the day, yeah.
Perfect.
I
I'm happy to lose out to Mitchell.
I did hype him up quite a lot.
Fair enough. I mean, deservedly so in the Nissan.
Yeah, he was cooking in that Nissan.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. I'll catch you later, man. Have a good one.
Thank you both. Take care.
See you later. Bye bye. Oh, awesome. What a race. Any final words from you, Zeta, before we call it a night?
No, very good. Very clean. Quiet. Really clean, quiet race.
Yeah, it
So,
was mostly just
it
us
was-
yapping for 75 minutes.
Yeah, mostly us just yapping away and filling your airways. So yeah, very very well done. And a big thank you to everybody that came and raced today. And also a big thank you to those behind the scenes. Fortunately, the stewarding team didn't get to wear their crayons out too much, so hopefully they haven't eaten too many and they have some left over for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everyone for coming on all platforms, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all the likes, follows, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, pretty much. Just great. It was a great race. I hope you all enjoyed. We are back. When are we next back? Is it Rookie Wednesdays again?
Next Wednesday, the Wet and Wild series has unfortunately been cancelled due to not enough entrants.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week for the
Round 3 of the.
and the Zolda round of the next round of the World Tour on Friday, and the one-off LMU round at Interlagos with Hypercars and LMGT3.
Yes, and hopefully we can actually have a successful stream this time.
Hopefully,
Because streaming LMU has been a pain.
Yeah, I'm a bit busy over tomorrow, so I'll probably chuck the schedule out for that tonight. For next week, just so people can have a look. And yeah, all good.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. We will catch you on Wednesday. Good night.
No worries.